Jai Gurudev, dear students. Students, we have already started chapter number 11, and I have explained you in this chapter about the circulatory system, or we can say two components of circulatory system. First is blood and second about the blood vessels. Okay, in the last class we have studied about the blood vessels, various kind of blood vessels like arteries, veins, capillaries. Okay, so today we will start our next topic, that is heart. So children, you know heart is an important part of our body or important internal organ. Okay, so today we will study about the heart, and it is a very important topic also, and little bit complex to understand. So read it properly and understand what I'll explain in this video. Okay, so let's read. Heart is the main circulatory organ in humans that pumps blood to the whole body. It is a sized muscular organ present between the lungs in the chest cavity. So children, in these sentences, what they try to explain, that heart is a main circulatory organ, means it has main role in the circulation of blood, and heart is a pumping organ also, we can say. It pumps blood to the whole body, or we can say all the body parts, and it is a fist sized muscular organ. Children, what is a fist? Let me show you fist. That this is called fist. Okay, when we keep our hand like this, so this is called fist. Just like in Hindi we can say na muthi, band muthi. So it is called fist. Our heart size or we can say shape of our heart is just like a fist, like this. Okay, so that they explained here, and it is present between the lungs. Our lungs are on the both sides of the heart, and it is present in the chest cavity. You know that by placing your hand on your chest, you can feel that pumping of heart. Okay, or heartbeat you can feel. So arteries take oxygen rich blood from the heart and carry it to the different parts of the body, and veins bring back oxygen poor blood to the heart. How does the oxygen rich blood remains separated from the carbon dioxide rich blood in the heart? So children, here they have asked the question that how does the oxygen rich blood or carbon dioxide containing blood can be separated or remain separated in our heart, because two kind of blood I have explained you in the blood vessels also, that arteries are the we can say blood vessels which contain only oxygen rich blood. Okay, and veins contain carbon dioxide rich blood, means in which carbon dioxide amount is much, and this arteries are those kind of blood vessels in which oxygen containing we can say blood is present. Okay, so here they have asked a question that when both the kind of blood comes into the heart, then how it is separated. Okay, so children, you should know that heart has four chambers. Our heart has four chambers. Chambers means parts. Two atria and two ventricles. So these two upper parts of our heart are called atria. Means each part of the heart, each side of the heart has two chambers. This is the right side of the heart. Right side of the heart is here they have shown with the blue color. So from the blue color you can understood that in a right side of the heart contains carbon dioxide rich blood. Okay, so veins collect all the blood from different parts of our body through this big vein which is called vena cava. Here they have mentioned here this bigger vein is called vena cava. So through this vena cava it receives blood, carbon dioxide containing blood from all the parts of the body, and it opens into the right atrium, means this right upper part of heart. So from right atrium, this right ventricle is here, because this right atrium, when pumps blood, that blood shift to the right ventricle, and in between these two kind of chambers, here flap like structures are present. These are called valves. Okay, so these valves also present here to prevent the flow of blood. Okay, means once blood enter to this part, it should not go backward. So children, here in the same way, right side here of the heart, two chambers are there. Upper part is called atrium and lower part is called ventricle. Okay, in the same way, here in the left side also, this part is called atrium, left atrium, and this part is called left ventricle. Here they have written, this is left atrium and this is called left ventricle. So children, this is marked with the red color. You know, red color blood has oxygen amount more in quantity. So oxygen rich blood is present here on the left side of our heart. Okay, and you know that when this blood, from where this oxygen containing blood comes, this oxygen containing blood comes from the pulmonary veins. Okay, through the pulmonary veins it comes from the lungs, and through these veins, these two veins they have shown, they means this vein opens here and give oxygen rich blood to the left atrium. Okay, and from the left atrium it goes to the left ventricle, when this part pumps and it pushes blood to the left ventricle. Okay, now this blood comes here, so it has to go to the body for distribution. So it has to go when this ventricle part pumps, then it pushes blood to the big artery which is called aorta. This, it is written here, and this biggest blood vessel which is connected to the heart, and it receives blood from the left ventricle. Oxygen rich blood flows through it, and this blood flows to the aorta, and aorta again branched and sub branched. Here you can see 3 branches of aorta, and more than 3 are there. So through this aorta, oxygen rich blood goes to each and every part of our body. Okay, so children, this is about the oxygen rich blood. So what will happen with the carbon dioxide containing blood, which is present here in the right ventricle? So from the right ventricle also, when lower part of the heart it pumps or contracts, then it pushes its blood to the pulmonary artery. This is the pulmonary artery. Okay, you know, both the sides are lungs are present, means heart is present at the center, and left and right side, both the sides lungs are present. So this pulmonary artery has its branches, one branch coming to the left side and second branch comes to the right side. Okay, so through these both the branches, these our heart pumps out carbon dioxide containing blood to the to this pulmonary artery. Okay, so through pulmonary artery, this carbon dioxide containing blood, it goes to the lungs, and for exchange of gases, or we can say for purification. Again, when lungs purify this blood, then again it comes back through the pulmonary veins and comes to the left side of the heart. Okay, so children, in this way that heart receives carbon dioxide containing blood, and it sends through the pulmonary artery to the lungs, and lungs purify the blood and it goes back through the pulmonary veins. Okay, and then this oxygen containing blood, when it comes into the heart, and heart again pumps this blood through this biggest artery which is called aorta, and it distributes blood to the whole body or all the parts of our body. So in this way, children, our heart is continuously working. Continuously this impure blood comes into the heart, then pure blood also comes through the pulmonary vein on the left side, and continuously they move to the body, and continuously after it receives more carbon dioxide, then it comes through the vena cava, means this vena cava collects blood from the body, and it brings back blood into the heart. Okay, so children, in this way our heart is working day and night without getting any kind of problem or any fatigue, means बिना थके हुए हार्ट हमारा डे एंड नाइट वर्क करता है. Okay, so children, here they have written about whatever I have explained you here in this paragraph. They have written about that only. So let's read. These chambers are separated from each other by valves. Each of the valves allows blood to flow only in one direction. So here I told you, children, once this blood comes to the right atrium, it will not go back to the vena cava. Okay, because in veins, you know, I have explained you in the previous class that veins also have valves. Okay, and this is one directional blood flow, means blood comes to the right atrium, then from the right atrium it comes to the right ventricle, and from the right ventricle, when heart contracts, lower part of the heart contracts, it moves to the pulmonary artery. Okay, so it is unidirectional, it moves in one direction only. So in the same way here also, as the blood comes through the pulmonary vein, it goes to the left ventricle, and from the left ventricle it goes to the aorta, means it will not come back again into the heart. Okay, so children, about this they have written in this paragraph. So the right atrium receives oxygen poor blood. Oxygen poor blood means in that blood in which carbon dioxide is more and oxygen is less. So the right atrium receives oxygen poor blood, about this they have told, and through vena cava veins. Then this chamber pumps the blood to the right ventricle. So here, whatever I have explained you here, about this they have written here. The right ventricle pumps the blood to the lungs through pulmonary artery. In lungs, the blood becomes rich with oxygen. Okay, so here in these two paragraphs they have mentioned only about the right side, means function of the right side of the heart. Okay, now the oxygenated blood travels back to the heart through the pulmonary veins into the left atrium. Okay, and now this is explained about left side of the heart. Whatever I have explained you here, that they have given here. From the left atrium, blood flows into the left ventricle. Means here I told you that from the left atrium, blood flows to the left ventricle, and from the left ventricle, then this part of the heart contracts, then it moves to the aorta. Okay, so the left ventricle pumps the oxygen rich blood to the aorta, and from there it is transported to the rest of the body. Okay children, so this is about the working of heart, and students, here they have shown through the line diagram, or we can say this is a circulation of blood through the heart, like from the body, right atrium means from the body, when blood comes through the vena cava and it goes to the right atrium, and from the right atrium, when this part contracts, then blood moves to the right ventricle, and from the right ventricle it moves to the pulmonary artery, and then it goes to the lungs. Okay, this is the working of right side of the heart. So after pulmonary veins, when it brings back blood, oxygen containing blood, that comes to the left atrium, then from the left atrium, when left atrium contracts, then blood moves to the left ventricle. From the left ventricle it moves to the aorta for distribution to the whole body. Okay, so this is about the schematic, we can say, representation of blood flow, means how the circulation of blood takes place through the heart. So arteries usually carry oxygen rich blood and veins usually carry oxygen poor blood. However, the exceptions to this rule are the pulmonary vessels, or we can say pulmonary veins carry oxygenated blood into the heart, and the pulmonary arteries carry deoxygenated blood away from the heart. Means, children, in this paragraph, this is very important paragraph, and many of the times this question arises that generally I have also explained you previously that arteries always contain oxygen rich blood, which is called oxygenated blood. Okay, and here they have written oxygenated blood. So oxygenated blood means oxygen rich blood, and deoxygenated blood means that blood which have more carbon dioxide and less oxygen. So children, generally we can say that arteries contain oxygen rich blood and veins contain carbon dioxide rich blood. Okay, but when name pulmonary attached with the veins or arteries, then its function is totally changed, or we can say it's their function is totally opposite, because these are the exceptions in case of veins or arteries. You can see here also pulmonary artery is written here, but pulmonary artery always contain deoxygenated blood, means carbon dioxide containing blood. Okay, so I have told you that all the arteries, rest of this means except pulmonary artery, other all the arteries contain oxygen rich blood, but pulmonary artery contain this carbon dioxide rich blood. Okay, in the same way all the other veins also contain carbon dioxide rich blood, but pulmonary word when joined with the vein, then pulmonary vein contains oxygen rich blood. Okay. So children, this is about the working of heart, and with the working of heart, two terms are given here, heartbeat and pulse. You know children, what is heartbeat? Means pumping of the heart is called heartbeat, or we can say that contraction and relaxation of the heartbeat is showing means indicating our heartbeat. So the walls of heart are made up of muscles that contract and relax in a rhythm. This creates heartbeat. Okay, so first the atria contract, pumping blood into the ventricles. After fraction of a second, the ventricle contracts, delivering the blood throughout the body. So a heartbeat can be heard as two sounds. Heart rate is the number of times the heart beats per minute. So two things children they have given here. One is heartbeat and second is heart rate. Heartbeat is that kind of beat which is generated by these portions, these chambers. Means first these upper chambers which are called atrium. When these part contracts, blood pushes to the lower parts, means ventricles, and when blood comes to the ventricles, then this part also contracts and pushes blood to the either here from left side it goes to the aorta, and from the right side it goes to the pulmonary artery. So at that time this heart also contract and relax. Means when this part contracts, this part relax. Okay, means when upper part of the heart contracts, lower part of the heart relaxes, and Alternatively, when it contract and relax, it can create a heartbeat. Okay, children? So, how many times our heart contract and relax in a minute is called our heart rate. And how we can measure our heart rate? By placing our finger on our wrist. Okay, and when you place your fingers on the lower side of your wrist, you can see that you can feel here that how many times in a minute your heart is pumping. So it is called a pulse rate also. Okay, children? So pulse rate is also exactly equal to our heartbeat or heart rate. And in a normal human being, or we can say in a relaxed human being, this pulse rate is 60 to 100 beats per minute. Okay, so but when we do any exercise, or when we have fever or something like any health problem, at that time our pulse rate or our heartbeat becomes faster or slower. Okay, so children, this is about your heartbeat and pulse rate. And you know that doctors check this our heartbeat with the help of stethoscopes. This is a stethoscope. You can easily see in any doctor's neck, they are always wearing this kind of instrument. This is called stethoscope. This stethoscope is used to check a heartbeat of a person. Okay, so they place this stethoscope on the chest of any patient, and with these earphones they put in their ear, and with the help of these doctors can hear the heartbeat of any person. So children, this is about your means third part of our circulatory system, that is heart, working of heart, and what is heartbeat and pulse. So for today this much is enough. So you read it properly, whatever I have explained you, and then also if you get any problem or find any query, you can ask me during the doubt session. Okay children, so Jai Gurudev.